The compound is chaos. Smoke chokes the air, screams echo through shattered concrete. An army reconnaissance unit, 12 soldiers strong, is trapped inside a half-destroyed building in Mosul. Outside, hostile forces have them surrounded. 3 sides, no exit, no backup for at least 40 minutes. And they have a hostage situation. 2 American journalists, a man and a woman, are being held at gunpoint in a building across the street, 150 meters away, 2nd floor, partial visibility. The hostage taker is using them as shields, shouting demands through a broken window. Captain Derek Holloway, the unit commander, is on the radio. His voice is tight, controlled, but fraying. "We need air support now, or we lose them." "Negative. Civilians in the area. You're on your own." Holloway slams his fist against the wall. He turns to his team, scanning faces. Desperation, fatigue, fear. Then his eyes land on her. Specialist Riley Monroe, the supply coordinator, the logistics girl, the one who joined the army to find herself and ended up getting laughed out of every tactical drill, the one who couldn't do a single pull-up in basic, the one who got assigned to inventory and paperwork because no one thought she could handle real combat. Right now, she's crouched in the corner, gripping her rifle, eyes wide. Holloway shakes his head and mutters under his breath, "Useless." She hears it. If you're here for stories of courage that'll leave you speechless, hit subscribe and drop a comment telling us which country you're watching from. We love to know. Riley Monroe came from a quiet suburb in Ohio. She wasn't an athlete, wasn't a fighter, wasn't anything special. At least that's what everyone told her. She joined the Army at 21 after dropping out of college, hoping the structure would give her purpose. But from day one, she was the weak link. Too small, too slow, too soft-spoken. Drill sergeants yelled at her. Peers excluded her. Officers ignored her. She became invisible by design because being seen only meant being humiliated. What nobody knew, what Riley never mentioned in her service file, was that she grew up in a family of competitive shooters. Her father was a national-level marksman. Her mother placed 3rd in the U.S. long-range shooting championship. And Riley, she started shooting at age 7. By 15, she could hit a target at 800 meters with iron sights. By 18, she'd won 3 junior national titles in precision rifle competitions. She had medals, trophies, sponsorships. But after a public breakdown at a major competition where she choked under pressure and missed an easy shot, Riley walked away. She couldn't handle the spotlight, couldn't handle the expectations. So when she enlisted, she buried that part of herself. She never touched a sniper rifle in training, never volunteered for marksmanship courses. She took the safe jobs, logistics, inventory, radio duty. She hid her talent because she was terrified of failing again. For 2 years, Riley endured the mockery. During deployment, she was given the grunt work, loading supplies, maintaining gear, filing reports. She was never in the field, never trusted with a weapon beyond basic guard duty. Captain Holloway made it clear from day one, "Monroe, your support staff. Stay out of the way and let the real soldiers work." The others didn't even bother learning her first name. She was just Monroe, or the logistics girl, or sometimes, cruelly, deadweight. In training exercises, when they did live fire drills, Riley was always placed in observation. One time, she asked to try the designated marksman rifle. The team's actual sniper, Sergeant Vance, laughed in her face. "Stick to counting bullets, Monroe. Leave shooting them to us." She didn't ask again, but every night, alone in her bunk, she'd close her eyes and remember the feel of the trigger, the controlled breath, the stillness before the shot. She missed it, but she was too afraid to reach for it again. Back in the compound, The situation is deteriorating. The hostage-taker has just executed a warning shot. The male journalist is on his knees, bleeding from a pistol whipped to the head. The woman is screaming. "We've got maybe 2 minutes before he kills them both," Holloway mutters. Sergeant Vance is setting up with his rifle, trying to get an angle. "I can't get a clean line of sight. He's moving too much. The window's too narrow." Holloway curses. "Then we breach. Full assault." "Sir, we'll lose half the team crossing that street," another soldier argues. He knows it, but he's out of options. Riley watches from the corner. Her heart is pounding. Her hands are trembling, but not from fear, from recognition. She knows this shot. She's made this shot 100 times. Different range, different rifle, but the same breathless moment of impossible precision. Her mouth is dry, her voice barely works, but she stands. "Captain." Holloway doesn't even turn. "Not now, Monroe." "Captain, I can make the shot." This time he does turn. So does everyone else. The room goes silent, except for distant gunfire. Vance laughs. You? You can't even—" "I can make the shot," Monroe repeats, louder now. Her voice doesn't shake. Holloway stares at her. "Monroe, this isn't inventory. This is a precision kill under combat stress. You miss, those people die. You understand that." Riley meets his eyes. "I won't miss." Something in her tone stops him. Maybe it's desperation. Maybe it's instinct. He glances at Vance, who shrugs. "Fine," Holloway says. "You've got one chance. Vance, give her your rifle." Vance hesitates, then hands over the M110 sniper rifle. Riley takes it. The weight is familiar, comforting. She moves to the window, positions herself, checks the scope. Target, 150 meters, partial concealment, hostage directly in line of fire, winds shifting, urban thermals. She exhales slowly. Muscle memory floods back. Her grandfather's voice, her father's lessons, her mother's steady hands. Trust the process. Trust yourself. She finds the target in the scope. The hostage-taker is shouting, waving his pistol. The journalist is sobbing. She calculates, adjusts, breathes, and fires. The shot cracks through the air. For a moment, nothing. Then, across the street, the hostage-taker drops. Clean headshot. Instant. The journalist collapses in shock, but she's alive. They both are. The room erupts. Soldiers are yelling, moving, coordinating the rescue. But Holloway just stares at Riley, stunned. "What the hell?" Vance whispers. Riley lowers the rifle. Her hands are steady now. "I told you, I wouldn't miss." But the fight isn't over. As the team moves to extract the hostages, a technical vehicle, a pickup truck with a mounted machine gun, screams around the corner. It's headed straight for the rescue team in the open street. "Contact! Heavy weapon!" someone shouts. The gunner opens fire. Bullets tear through the dirt. The rescue team dives for cover, but they're exposed, pinned. Holloway is screaming into the radio. Vance is trying to reposition, but there's no angle, no time. The gunner is armored. The truck is moving. It's an impossible shot. Riley doesn't think. She just moves. She climbs onto a pile of rubble for elevation, steadies the rifle on a broken beam. She's got seconds, maybe less. The truck is swerving. The gunner is firing. Wind is gusting. Distance 200 meters and increasing. She tracks the target, leads it, adjusts for movement, for wind, for chaos. She breathes out and fires. The bullet travels through smoke and dust and screaming air. It punches through the narrow gap in the gunner's armor plating, right at the neck. The gunner collapses. The truck veers wildly, crashes into a wall, and stops. Silence. Total, Ringing silence. The hostages are extracted. The team makes it back. Everyone survives. Back at base, Captain Holloway calls Riley into his office. He doesn't sit. Neither does she. "Why didn't you tell me?" he asks, voice low. Riley looks down. "Because I was afraid. I failed once, in front of everyone, and I couldn't handle failing again." Holloway shakes his head. "Monroe, Riley, you just saved 6 lives with 2 shots under combat conditions most snipers would refuse to take." He holds out his hand. "I'm sorry. I was wrong about you." Riley shakes it. The next day, the unit gathers for a debrief. The commanding officer plays back helmet cam footage of both shots. The room watches in silence. When it's over, Sergeant Vance stands. "I owe you an apology, Monroe. You're not support staff. You're a damn artist." The room erupts in applause. Riley doesn't cry, but her eyes shine. Later she's reassigned, not to logistics, but to a scout sniper platoon. She's given the training, the gear, the role she always deserved. And when new recruits ask about the quiet woman with the calm eyes and steady hands, they're told the same story. That's Specialist Riley Monroe. She's the one who ended a war zone standoff with 2 bullets, and she's the reason you never underestimate the quiet ones. Because courage isn't always loud. It's sometimes been waiting in silence, buried under fear, under doubt, under the weight of a single failure. But when the moment comes, when lives are on the line and there's no room for hesitation, that's when the quiet ones rise. And they don't just meet the moment, they define it. Before you go, tell us in the comments which country are you watching this video from. And don't forget to subscribe to Her Force Tales for more incredible stories. And hit like, share, and comment to support the channel.